Greetings. I hereby now call to order this meeting, this general business meeting of the International Cody Family Association on this, the 16th of June, 2024, at Cody Park in North Platte, Nebraska. Thank you all for coming. Over the last 7 years, I've been proud to serve with these officers who were duly elected. Dwight Cody, Kevin Cody, and myself, Alan Cody, duly elected at our last Cody Family Association meeting held in Cody, Wyoming in 2019. I'd like to introduce our appointed director, our chaplain, Mark June. Over the past 7 years, we have put on how many reunions?
How many reunions have we put on?
In the past 7 years? We've done 3 reunions in one circle. That was a
3 reunions in one circle. Who could forget the Florida cake contest?
Remote during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Conducted by Zoom during the COVID pandemic. Unfortunately, Vicki McCarty, who was in that competition, is absent, but Kelly Edwards, Cody Edwards, was in that competition. I was in that competition with my Deadwood stage coach imitation in marzipan. Anyway, we had a lot of fun. I think I speak for all of our officers when I say that it's been a privilege to serve you, the membership of the International Cody Family Association, for these 7 years. Now it's come time, let's see, also, along with the reunions that we've produced a biennial newsletter, the review. We've maintained the website. Kevin has added considerably to the Buffalo Bill Legacy Gallery. Dwight has carefully managed our finances. We have about as much money in the bank as we did when we made our previous report. So we're at least breaking even, which is a good thing for a 501c3 charitable corporation. So our finances are good. We have enough money to publish another genealogy. We have enough seed money to do another reunion in 2 years. Let's see, just a second. I want to think the website, the review, the reunions, the finances. Over the past 7 years, we've processed literally 1,000 genealogical inquiries. We get a lot of inquiries that say things, that ask things like, questions like, how am I related to Buffalo Bill? Some of them turn out to be related, some don't. That's part of our charitable function, is to help people understand their genealogy and their family history. And out of those 1,000 or so genealogical inquiries, maybe a third of them turned out to be a different Cody family. There is a different Cody family. There are different Cody families. Our organization is dedicated to the descendants of Philip and Martha of Beverly. The other Cody families, they come from different places. The important thing to remember is that our Cody family, our Cody name, was adopted when Philip and Martha moved to North America to live as Puritans in the Massachusetts Bay Colony of colonial America, about the year 1690. We came to North America, settled in with the Puritans, and we dropped the, we used to be, Philip and Martha called themselves Le Cody. We dropped the Le Cody because the English didn't like the sound of French names. So we adopted the Cody name when we came to North America. That was not our name in Europe. Just want to say that because the other Cody families, they had the Cody name when they lived in Europe. We adopted our Cody family name when we came to North America. Let's see. So we move on. Let's see, we have the review, we have the reunions, we have the good finances. We're planning another reunion in 2 years. We have the website. I urge you all to access the website to learn all about this family history. Everything that I'm saying today is on the website. So, where do we stand for the future? Well, we look forward to you all coming in a couple of years. We're going to continue to publish the review and maintain the website. And now I come to the issue of the election. As part of our general business meeting, we conduct an election of officers. These officers will serve the 2024 to 2026 term and organize and produce the next reunion. The officers were announced in our December review newsletter. I'm sure you're familiar with them. As president, let's see, hold on. Okay, so now what I do is I turn the meeting over to Gerald Cody, a member of our advisory board, who will now conduct the election. I'd like to introduce Gerald Cody.
A past president.
A past president.
Okay. All right.
You're welcome to say it here.
Yeah, first thing. Anybody want to be an officer? The nominations are basically open. They've always been open, and we're willing to look for someone else because we have a problem. We have 3 people that are being nominated, but we've got 4 officers. Okay? So secretary-treasurer is a mix. So you're going to have a secretary-treasurer, which we really should have a split on that. We should have a secretary and we should have a treasurer. So if we have a nomination for anybody that would, let's see, with all our money.
We would open on.
Okay, so the open office would be for secretary. Anybody?
Anybody
I
for
saw
secretary?
somebody
Or
flinch.
treasurer?
No. No?
Yep.
All right.
One of the things, just to mention about what is really entailed and being the secretary, it's more like what sort of skills one might already have that might be useful and adaptive to that position. And it's mostly got to do with database management, which is,
Yeah, database management.
and that means
Maintain the mailing
knowledge
list.
of Excel.
Mailing list.
Yeah.
Excel.
Knowledge of the use of a software program called Excel, which we use to organize our mailing list and generate our genealogical books from. So it's very detail oriented. And boy, if those skill sets are already, common to you, boy, you got it way over us, because we're doing the best we can with, in fact, Alan does a fabulous job with the mailing list, but it's certainly frustrating those knowing Excel well. That's what we're on the outlook for as far as the skill set for secretary.
Okay.
If
And
it's at all
the
possible.
one thing that you have to remember is you're gonna have 3 other people that are very experienced as a backup. Because each one of these people have been in these positions and they're just rotating their different positions right now in order to meet some requirements within the bylaws.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what these hand motions
I
are.
move we cast unanimous ballots for those already nominated.
We have a motion on the floor to cast the ballot.
Those nominated.
Second. We have a second. This is a hand raise. All in favor?
Aye.
We can vote, I think.
Okay. No, you can't vote. President can't vote. You can vote. Oh, you can vote. You can vote. But presidents can't vote. They're tiebreakers. Okay. So nominations for president: Kevin, Cody, and we all have an opportunity. You want to say anything before your sentence?
My sentence,
You can,
well, now that you put it that way, I've got to change my whole speech. I don't have a speech. I just want to say that I came into the ICFA in 2013, so I have 11 years of experience. I've held 3 reunions, 1 circle reunion. I've been the social media director from the beginning. Run LinkedIn, Twitter, 2 Facebook sites, one for the ICFA and one for Buffalo Bill Cody. And then I also, of course, am the chair of the reunion. I've also am the chair of the BBLG, Buffalo Bill Legacy Gallery Committee, which I've been doing since the beginning. So I believe I'm more capable, ready, and willing to take on the presidency.
Ready and willing.
Thank you.
yeah.
Secretary Treasurer or Vice President?
Secretary.
Secretary. Okay.
Yep, as secretary, I expect that I'll be maintaining the mailing list using the Excel spreadsheet program handed down to us by our forebears. As secretary, I also maintain the minutes of the meetings, and that's about it for the secretary job. Thank you for your confidence. I hope for your votes.
Next we have Dwight.
How do you do? I know y'all, and I have been the treasurer exclusively, and in this future term, I'll have another hat, and that will be vice president, and I can say that, just to back up what Alan says, we're in financially good shape. We do not have really as much as we had during the last reunion or the one before. We have been putting on a lot of reunions, and we try to make them as affordable as possible so you can bring along as many family members as you can. Get to come. But it does tend to have us, we tend to slip a little bit every year back. But we've had a good turnout of dues paying. We hope that the workflow for collecting dues is getting easier for you to navigate. We had a lot of mail-in checks years gone by, but we've all beginning to transition well to the electronic world and having collecting our payments through PayPal, which we have been acknowledged as a nonprofit on, so we get a little bit of a reduced rate in fees, because every payment that comes through PayPal we do lose a little ground, you know? That even applies to all of the activities for the reunions. But it's well worth it because it's a convenient way to do the bookkeeping and keep track of the ins and outs of the financial money. So that's so we are in good shape. We're not in super good shape. We always want to encourage people to do what they can when it comes to their annual dues, which is a voluntary request. And boy, does that help. That really helps. Even people that didn't come to the reunion are really stepping up and becoming almost what we call a sustaining member. Year after year, sending it in. I send thank yous out, you know, to those folks, and just try to encourage and let them know that that's especially helpful.
Donations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, too.
Those are your officers, or possible officers, let's put it that way.
You're the
Nominees.
officer now.
Nominees.
What was the minutes?
They're nominated
Oh,
officers.
we
The motion was by acclamation.
By acclamation?
Yes.
By vote.
Yeah, by vote. All three at one time.
Yes.
Okay, all in favor? By show of hand. By show of hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did this one, right?
Yeah, you can do this.
Is that universal? That's unanimous?
That is. I only saw one person without her hand.
You can vote. Oh, there we go.
There you go. That was the only person I didn't see. Okay, my job basically is done. The term of the new officers is at the close of this meeting. Starts at the close of this meeting. So I'll turn this meeting back over to Al. But
Thank
before
you for
that,
your universal,
Before that.
unanimous approval of the recommended.
That's like the crown.
there you go.
Thank you for your unanimous approval of the nominated slate of candidates that was announced in the December review. As secretary, I'd like to introduce the new president, Kevin Cody.
Who's just been crowned by past president. I thank you very much.
I'd like to introduce the new vice president treasurer, Dwight Cody. And yet to be approved, but will be approved, Mark June as chaplain. It's been my privilege to serve with these gentlemen for 7 years. I look forward to another 2-year term with Kevin as president, Dwight as vice president, treasurer, myself as secretary, and Mark June as chaplain. Any questions or comments?
I do have something I'd like to say.
Step up.
As you all know, Alan wears a lot of hats here, as the genealogist, as the mailing list authority,
Genealogist.
the president, the person in charge of all the meetings that we do online by phone, just so you know, once a month. And he's served above and beyond the call of duty, and is really become our best resource. The website is just phenomenal as far as its depth goes. The review, as far as its articulation and writing goes, is so well done. We've heard a lot of I've heard a lot of positive things about that people enjoy, including Kelly, who puts in a little section because we're very much aware of how important it is to include kids in these functions as whenever possible. It's not easy for them to get here and all, but that is our lifeblood and that is our future. So that whole effort is often headed up by Alan, who has put in hours and hours and hours of time. And we just want to thank him for these years of service, which have been long and had their ups and downs, but we have persisted. And I've got a little something for you, Alan, if you just come up and I'd like to first off present this American Indian belt buckle, which is a Navajo origin, I believe. And the most, and something I'd like to just pin on him is a sheriff's badge, sheriff posse badge here. And it's funny because I heard somebody mention on the Dusty Trails about the posse, sheriff posse crew that works the horses out at the rodeo. And there's no one more deserving than Alan for the sheriff's badge. I just make sure I pin it on right side up.
And don't poke it.
Which side?
No poking.
Here it is. Sheriff's posse. This is the cameraman here. It's a heavy duty, heavy metal.
Oh.
Let's hear it for Alan.
Thank you. I wear it with pride.
And I hope you like the buckle choice. I think
It's gonna fit.
Wow.
Thank
Great.
you, thank you.
Let's see,
Oh, yes. So I thank you, all you members for coming. I think we had a good time. I certainly did. I hope you all did too.
which side has a better time.
It's been fun. And I thank you all for the privilege of having served. Any questions or comments?
We love you. Thank you so much for coming.
Are we voting on the next location, or has that already been decided?
We're gonna do that the same way we did last time. We will, I'll give you a sneak peek. Basically, what we're gonna do is, it's gonna be a vote via email.
Okay.
I'll create a website where everyone can go in and vote. We have 2 nominations. It's Cody, Wyoming, and New England, Beverly, Boston, Massachusetts area. So, if Cody wins, then Boston will automatically be slated for the reunion after that, and vice versa. But those are the 2 choices.
Yep, and I just have one question. Out of everybody that's here, as you know, we did put up a vote for, who we're to have this reunion. How many voted for Nebraska that are here? And how many came even though it was here?
And then how many didn't come?
But that's good. I'm glad the folks that voted for Nebraska showed up, and we complimented it as best we could with, with others.
Another question, is it gonna be something in the review to tell about what's in New England that
Of
relates
course.
to Cody?
Of course,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
We know how to pitch.
You should.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it?
That's
Okay. So if there are no more comments or questions, the motion from the chair is to adjourn the meeting. Do I hear a second?
Yay!
I hear a second.
Very good. Ahead of schedule.
Hearing a second, we take a vote to adjourn. Show of hands to adjourn. Unanimously passed. Having set the date for our next meeting, I wish you all happy trails. Thanks for coming. See you next time.
I'm taking the throne now. So remember, the Railroad Museum is open now. If you guys want to go over and check that out. If not, I will see each and every one of you in 2 years.
That's it.